Greetings, my fellow freedom-loving sovereign thinkers. Thank you for tuning in to LL3 Podcast. And I hit a couple of hit the wrong button. My name is Craig, transmitting from the beautiful swampy mangroves of South Florida. And today's date is Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. Yes, it's nice and cool and beautiful downtown, Fort Lauderdale area, right by the New River. You may hear some construction in the background, but it's all well and good. Good people, making a living, and very neighborly. So, it's cool. So, yeah, man, just, met some friends, just chit-chat a little bit. Talk about the political realm, what's going on. I know the Militaris looks at some ordeal going on with their government. So remember, geopolitically, it's chaotic worldwide, not just here. So everyone out there, just be safe. Trying to push the New World Order propaganda machine. You know how that goes. Well, speaking of globalist hacks, Joe Biden claimed to be president-elect because the lamestream media says so. The AP, or call it arrogant prostitutes. And if they don't like it, who the hell cares, right? Absolutely. It's just, let's do one thing here. It'll be a brief episode. This just came out from Mises Institute, under their Mises Wire. It says here, Biden COVID supplier commander is bad medicine. And this is written by Bradley Thomas, right? Yeah, Bradley Thomas. Oh, yeah, man. I'm just laying back here. As it reads, included in his plans to fight the coronavirus, presumptive president-elect Joe Biden has pledged to appoint a fully empowered supply commander in charge of fulfilling in the gaps in the production and supply of essential items needed to fight the virus. Ooh, so that's his one job. Hallelujah, all right? On his website, Biden elaborates on his plan declaring that his supply commander would take command of the national supply chain for essential equipment, medications, and protective gear. The very Soviet-sounding position is necessary, Biden insists. This Soviet-sounding. We can no longer have this to the private sector. Woo! God bless statism from a globalist hack. Leaving aside Biden and company laughable assertion that America's medical industry reflects any sort of unfettered, laissez-faire operation, his proposal for a centralized command-driven medical supply chain under the direction of a government commander betrays a stunning ignorance of the complex and interconnected patterns of production and exchange that make up the economy. As George Mason University economist Don Brodier explained in an April 2020 article published by the American Institute for Economic Research, the first reality is that in our modern economy, nearly every productive enterprise is connected to every other productive enterprise. This connectedness is the phenomenon alluded to by the term supply chain. But this term, however, is highly misleading, Bradure wrote. Today's economy is not as serious of supply chains running side by side with each other, each largely distinct from and independent of the others. Instead of a collection of distinct supply chains, he continued, our modern economy is single globe-spanning web of interconnectedness. Within this web, every output is a product of countless inputs, and each kind of input typically is used to produce countless different kinds of outputs. The complex nature of this process of deploying a dizzying array of scarce resources with alternative uses for use in different finished products does not occur in clearly separate and hermetically sealed supply chains. This web of correctness, the complexity of which is beyond human comprehension. It is indispensable for our modern mass prosperity, yet it exists in existence. Its everything is connected in some way to everything else. Reality means that there are no objective and clear lines separating critical supplies from uncritical ones. Perdue added. Hopefully I pronounced his name Perdue. Added. Hopefully I pronounced his name correctly. Good grief, I'm just butcherizing it here. To help clarify the interconnectedness of our economy, Leonard Read's classic 1958 essay, I Pencil, can prove instructive. When asking what will be considered essential equipment, medications, and productive gear, we must further examine the inputs required to produce these items. Read highlighted how the pencil requires cedar wood from Oregon, which in turn requires saw and trucks and ropes to transport the raw wood to the sawmill in California, which itself requires steel for its equipment, along with electricity, land, concrete, and countless other inputs. And this is just the tip of the iceberg for the wood. The lead itself, the rubber for the eraser, and the lacquer for the finish, each likewise require many inputs from around the world, all necessary in order to complete the pencil. Now imagine just how complex the processes are for producing medications, medical equipment, and protective gear. And the inputs required to produce these items will also require other inputs. If we trace back the process far enough for items like medicine and medical equipment, the list of raw materials, capital goods, labor, etc., that need to be diverted from other uses, the list will become unfathomable. Certainly, so far, any single supply commander. Exactly. Moreover, not just the production process itself, but also the distribution and storage of such essential goods to hundreds of millions of people and healthcare workers across the nation will require substantial resources. Importantly, nearly any resource directed to production and distribution of these essential items will have alternative uses for which they will no longer be available. The result is that the supply chain for each and every one of these alternative products and inputs will be impacted, for instance, in the form of shortages or inflated prices. How many of these impacted items would also be considered essential, but for non-COVID purposes? For instance, other life-saving medicines or critical medical supplies or food supplies, and to what degree? No central authority could possibly know this. Indeed, the top-down supply commander model could end up doing more harm than good. Too often, progressives and other interventionists view an unhampered market as chaos, something needing to be reined in under the direction of a wise central planner or commander. However, the impulse to default to centralizing economic decision make over such a complex ecosystem as the economy is a threat not just to our liberty, but to our well-being. the need for market prices based on private property to freely function and efficiently direct scarce resources to where they are needed most becomes even more critical in times of emergency. Well, can't disagree with him on that. When government knows best, it turns. So, Joe Biden is addressing to the American people, which he's not the official president-elect yet, or not the official president, which is at January 20th, 2021, is giving you a wet dream proposition. May sound pretty, right from the teleprompter, but the fine print is deplorable. So, statism 101. He can't even tie his own shoelaces, for goodness sakes. But he's going to tell you about the supply commander. Being a globalist has its benefits, right? Come on. One thing I got to say, folks, about the official president-elect, January 6th, 2021. It's going to be an entertaining year, by the way. So just buckle down and enjoy the ride. And that will be it. Thank everyone for listening. Plus, feel free to download and share us throughout your social media network. If you have any questions, comments, or something interesting you want to check out, whatever you do, please send your correspondence to the Quorum. Furthermore, I'll leave this footnote on my Spreaker page. And if you want to contact me, hit me at lookyourlooknumber3@gmail.com. Or you could get me at lookyourlooknumber03@protonmail.com. Show some support, Mises.org. If you want to send me a donation, that'd be cool as well. You can hit me at paypal.me/lookyourlooknumber3. And once again, thank you for your time. Please always remember that the demoniac resistance is healthy for the soul and can liberate humanity. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep on, spread the love, and may your guardian spirits be with you.